down on the floor in our all fours position.
Oh,
You haven't started, you have to watch. When's your birthday, Sarah?
Sunday.
Okay.
That's nice. I'm like the best Mother's Day gift.
Aww. You're gonna go to her pool, aren't you?
Yeah, we're gonna have dinner at her house.
I say I'm not showing up to hang out with you. I just want to swim.
You can stay inside. I'm just getting in the pool.
We have to stay 6 feet apart. You can't come.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's find that all fours position. Exhale, arch up through the spine, tuck the tail, drop the head. Inhale, reverse it through. So we're thinking about starting to wake up through those shoulders. As we exhale here, really think about opening up through the armpits, caving in that space between where the arm starts and the shoulder begins. Roll the shoulders back and down, bring the chest forward, find that cow position. A couple more here at your own pace. Exhale as we arch it up, and inhale as we scoop it through. Working, keeping those hips stacked right on top of the knees directly below the hips, just opening up through the spine and working on stretching out through those armpits. One more of each.
Yeah.
Come here to that neutral spine. We're going to take the right hand and bring it a little bit closer, not all the way into midline, but just giving ourselves a little bit more balance. We're going to reach the left arm out in front. We're going to sweep it out to the side. We're going to reach it back. Draw a big old circle like we were swimming. Reach it out to the side. Reach it to the back. Reach it like we were swimming. A couple more here. Again, not that full circle, just a half circle, up and out. I promise we'll get the lower half of the circle in just a moment. Think about trying to keep that chest as low as possible and just scooping through that shoulder. Full range of motion. Once more. This time as that hand comes forward, allow it to come down to the ground. Again, a little bit closer than that straight underneath the shoulder just for balance sake. Reach that right arm up. We're going to sweep it back. If you find yourself running into stuff in your house, you can go ahead and move that around. Find yourself sweeping out to T, reach it back, bring it out, up, and over. Again, we're working on waking up through the shoulder, loosening up through that joint. Keep that belly button in, back is flat. Just a couple more here. One more time, all the way through. Bring that hand down to the ground, untuck the toes, ease the high knee back towards the heel, stretch the arms out wide. Grip onto the ground as much as possible with those hands and feel the armpits open as the derriere drops down towards the ground. Now roll the shoulders back and down ever so slightly and pinch that place between the shoulders and feel those armpits open even more. Shift it up into that all fours position. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, drop the heels, downward facing dog. Bicycle the feet, starting by dropping one heel and then alternating switcheroo. Again, let's stretch out through the back side of the legs. Starting to heat up the shoulders a little bit more in a slightly different way. When we hold those isometric holds or we stay stable in one position, it heats the muscle fibers and builds endurance. When we find ourselves moving through the different positions with the shoulders, that's when we're building strength and power. Once more of each of these bicycles. Up on those tippy toes. Shift those heels back. Melt through the chest. Walk those hands back. Find those hands up on the ground, even as those heels are flat, and roll it up one vertebrae at a time. Find yourself with the top shoulders back and down. Start by sweeping the arms through the back side of the room. Inhale it all the way forward. Hands find the thighs. Inhale through the front side of the room. Exhale, sweep it all the way back. Hands touch the thighs. We reverse that direction once more. And we bring it forward. Couple more times. Again, reversing at the bottom, keeping that chest up and open. Try to keep those arms as close towards one another as possible, seeing how big we can make those circles. One more in each direction. This time as we sweep those hands back, interlace the fingers, drop the knuckles to the ground. Really press the chest forward. So a lot of times we think of this being a chest opener or a chest stretch. It's really for those deltoids. Think about dropping the knuckles down, and that'll add a little bit of that chest opening. Shoulders get a little more open. Bend through the elbows. Take the back of the right hand to the outside of the left hip. Squeeze that left elbow towards the right. Feel that stretch through the front side of the shoulder. Release it out. Back of the left hand to the outside of the right hip and press that right elbow in. What up, Maddox? And release it out. We're gonna find ourselves walking forward, out forward into a plank. So make sure that you have enough room. Feet are hip distance apart. Inhale, circle sweep it all the way up. Exhale, swan dive it all the way down. Bending through the knees if we need to get those fingers to the floor. Walk it all the way out into that plank. Shift back to our downward facing dog. In 1 second. I know it sounds crazy, but my floor is really slick when my hands are really dry. There we go. Okay, so we are going to create a wave within the body. Lift first up onto those tippy toes, and then we're going to arch through the spine like we're coming into our cat. Wave it all the way forward. When we find those shoulders over the wrists, we'll find ourselves in a plank. We'll bend the knees, shift it back, lift those hips, lift on those toes, wave and ride forward. Bend those knees and shift it back. If we need to, we can always adjust it up, finding a kneeling position at one point or another. You guys have any questions? You get that feel? Cool. We got 1 minute of it. Let's begin. Tippy toes, hips, roll, and shift back. It's not a speedy move. I know we're gonna feel it in other places than just in those shoulders. How do we focus on the shoulders? Really think about spreading the fingers wide, gripping completely into the ground with the palm of the hand. Initiate movement by pressing through the hands as opposed to by pressing through the feet or pulling through the core. There you go, ladies. A little more than halfway through. Press back to make it happen. Last 15. And let's bring it down to those knees. Take that left forearm to the ground. Give it a little rub. Use that right forearm. Work all the way down. Flip it over. Rub through the back. And we're going to switch it up. Take it to the other arm. And roll it over. Okay, for visual purposes, watch for a hot second, and then we will get into it. So now we are going to reverse it. So we rolled and waved forward. Now we are going to come here from our plank, roll all the way back up. Heels come to the ground. We're going to bend the knees and shoot it forward to plank. Roll it all the way up. Bend the knees and shoot it forward to plank. We got 1 minute once more. Any questions, ladies? Let's begin. Roll up through that spine, drop those heels, bend the knees, and shoot it forward. So again, we are not thinking about using the legs, we're thinking about using those hands. So how do we do it in this reverse direction? Well, what you guys need to think about is pulling the body forward. I need to get my hands a little bit wet. So annoying. About pulling that body forward towards those hands. Think about initiating movement by gripping onto the ground. Come on, we are a little more than halfway through, just about 15. in 2, 1, take it down. So this time we're gonna take that left hand, turn it over, palm's gonna face up. We're gonna take that right hand. So shift weight back into those legs and use it right here. Give it a little rub. We're stretching out through the wrist as well as getting through the palm of that hand. Go ahead and switch it up. And shake it out. Go ahead and stand it up. We're gonna grab our light set of weights. Let's talk about what's gonna happen and then we'll get into it. So we're all gonna start with small circles to the front with those arms out into our T. Palms are gonna face down. They're not super big circles. We got 30 seconds of them. When we finish them, we are gonna take it into those lateral raises. We got 10 of them. We'll then take it into bicep curls. I know we could probably bicep curl something a little bit heavier, but understand there's totality as a concept here today. So again, we're gonna go 30 seconds of those little circles forward, and then we are gonna alternate between 10 lateral raises and 10 bicep curls for 2 minutes. 2.5 minutes total of work, and then we'll talk about what's coming next. Any questions, ladies? Arms out, circles begin in 3, 2, 1, begin. Circles forward. It's not a big, huge move. Think about trying to keep them in line as opposed to letting them fly forward and back. There you go, ladies. We got 10 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, hands by the hips. You have 10 lateral raises, counting them on your own. When you hit that 10th one, we're going 10 bicep curls. Again, alternating between these two. We got 2 total minutes of work. You know, those bicep curls don't seem like a whole heck of a lot, but they're a lot nicer than those lateral raises. You got it, team. Come on. There you go, guys. Nice job. We're more than halfway through. We're coming up close on that 30-second mark. Don't quit now. Come on, ladies, come on. We got 10 seconds, and then we'll take a break. We'll talk about group number 2. And done. Go ahead and take a break. Put those weights down. We're going to use them again. We'll go ahead and shake everything out real quick. So now what's going to happen is we are going to take those circles, instead of bringing them forward, we're going to take them back. We got those 30 seconds once more, 30 seconds of those small circles to the back. We're then going to hinge it over, and we're going rear deltoids. So it's not about bending the elbows. The arms are going to stay straight. Think about pressing this part of the dumbbell towards the wall behind you. There's a little bit of a squeeze, a little bit of flick with the wrists. It's going to engage through the entire backside of the arm. We're not bending, we're squeezing. Think about hitting from here to here. Granted, if your triceps are a little bit lit, you will feel them firing there as well. But it's not an extension. Keep your elbows as strong as possible. So once more, we'll go palms down, circles back. We have those deltoids, and then we have those 10 bicep curls. 2 minutes of work after those first 30 seconds. Any questions? Circles to the back. I just need the time in 3, 2, 1, begin. There you go, team. 15 seconds. Last 5. I know you got this. And take it into those rear delts. Again, little squeeze, little flick. You got 10 of them. After that 10th one, you'll take it into 10 bicep curls. I know the backs of those arms, the backs of those shoulders are lit, but that's the idea, guys. We are building strength by pushing through that moment where our body says we don't want to anymore, and we just keep going. Those bicep curls are like sweet Jesus relaxation. Slow down, Kira, enjoy them, but relax your shoulders a little bit. Oh, there you go. It's all shoulder work. You don't need to do extra stuff. Man, they're really helping, Christy, aren't they? Really helping. I'm sorry. It's just hilarious. Like, if you're not paying attention to me, I will make other people pay attention to me. It's fine. Come on, team. Come on. You got this. We're just about there. Coming close to that 30-second mark. The final 15. Five seconds. And relax, shake out those arms. We're gonna bring it back down onto the ground. We're gonna have those rolling planks with those bent knees as well. We're gonna find ourselves moving forward for the first minute. We'll take a 30-second break, and then we'll find ourselves moving backward for the second minute. Remember, guys, it's about using that shoulder cap. The belly button's gonna help. Those legs can always take over, so we just need to be mindful about what's happening. So let's come down to the ground. Start here in our plank. And begin, lift up on those tippy toes, roll that body forward, bend the knees, press it back with those palms, lift it up, roll it forward. Man, my super dry hands. Whew. There you go, team, we're about halfway through. Pick up that pace ever so slightly, get that heart rate going, feeling that little bit of cardio response. We got about 5 seconds. We'll take a little breather. We'll take it into the other direction. And pause, take a moment, take a breath. Shake out those wrists, hold those shoulders back and down. We got 5, we're going again. So again, this time we will roll it back, bend those knees and shoot it forward. In 3, 2, 1, begin. Again, let's pick up that pace, find that heart rate, pick it up a little bit. I gotta turn so I can see the clock. I don't want to point my derriere at you guys. There you go. Come on. That's halfway. Come on, team, you got this. We got 5 seconds. We'll take a break, and we'll roll through it again. And pause. Again, take a break, shake out those wrists, shake out those shoulders, roll everything back and down. Take a moment to let those legs relax. I know when we get tired, they start to add in a little effort. Okie dokes. We're rolling it forward in 3, 2, 1. Begin. Roll it forward, bend the knees, and take it back. High tippy toes. Come on, guys, that's halfway through. Don't stop now. We got 15 seconds. We'll take another 15-second break. We'll wave it the other way. Come on, guys, this is your opportunity to get your heart rate up. In 2, 1, and relax. Take a moment, take a breath, 15 seconds, and then we're gonna go the other direction. Stretch out those wrists. Do whatever we need to do to catch that breath. Come on, you guys got this. In 3, 2, 1, begin. Wave it up, bend those knees, and shoot it forward. Come on, guys, come on. That's halfway. Remember, you're using your arms to pull yourself forward. Don't rely on those legs to drive you there. This is it, final 15. And done. Nice job. Take those knees to the ground. Tuck the feet underneath. Sit it back, stretch out through those quads. We're not feeling the stretch through the quads. We can take the hands behind us, squeeze that place right in the middle, find a little bit of a deeper stretch. So what happens if we need more? Let's go ahead and bring it up a little bit tall. Take those knees wide, take those toes wide, start to sit it back. Can we sit the derriere below the heels? If the knees say hell no, that's fine. Go ahead and bring it back up and stay here. If, without letting those knees lift up off the ground, we can take those hands behind the derriere sits, groovy. If we want to keep going and we want to take it down to those elbows, so be it. Again, be aware of what's happening in the knees. Squeeze through the butt cheeks, stretch out those hip flexors. If we have the ability, we can lay all the way down, but my body ain't doing it today. So as opposed to risking injuring myself, I'm just not gonna show you. Press it up. It might take some time on those knees. Shift it forward. We're going to roll it over onto our back for just a moment. Legs up, arms up, circles with the ankles, one direction. Circles with the ankle, the other direction. Release it out, shake it out. Go ahead and stand it up. We're gonna find ourselves taking a little sip of water, then we're gonna move into the next combination. So we're gonna start with those circles with the arms again. We still have 30 seconds here of work. But what's gonna happen is the palms are gonna head up towards the sky. They're gonna face towards the ceiling, and then we are going to take it into an Arnold shoulder press. We might be able to go a little bit heavier. So why are they Arnolds? Because we rotate. So what's going to happen is we'll start with the arms out wide. I'm just trying to figure out the best angle for you guys to see. And as we press it up, we are going to start with the hands in, a little narrower. And as we press it up, we're going to rotate through the arms. So the palms come in and the arms go up and out. After 10 of them, we're gonna take it into 10 bicep curls. It's the same pattern. We're gonna go 30 seconds of those circles. Again, if you wanna change up the weight for that shoulder press and the bicep curl, that's perfectly fine. I don't necessarily suggest you holding the 12s for the circles. You know, the adventure. So we'll just change weight in between these if you want. Okie dokies. We got 30 seconds of fun. So the palms are facing up, the circles are going forward. It's gonna feel unnatural. In 3, 2, 1, begin. Think about lifting the pinkies up. They're gonna wanna drop because we're doing circles forward. Think about letting those thumbs drop to the back. 10 seconds. Okie dokes, again, switch it up if we want to. Those Arnold presses, we start with those palms facing one another, rotate the shoulders out. You got 10 in total. If you want to stay with that same weight, that's perfectly fine as well. Keep that belly button in, don't arch through the spine. Ten of them, and then we go into our bicep curls. There you go, guys. This should be tough. We are working hard today. Coming up close on that 1 minute mark. Rotate as we press up. So close, ladies, so close. We got just about 30 seconds. How many more reps can you get in? Come on, ladies, come on. We can all feel each other struggling. We are pulling the team. Let's go. 15 seconds. And relax. Shake out those shoulders, shake out those hands. So last iteration, as you guessed it, will be those palms up and those circles back, holding onto those light weights. We're then gonna take it into scaption. Scaption is where those thumbs are pointing up towards the sky, holding onto the dumbbells, and the arms are gonna come out at about a 45-degree angle. We'll raise and pause here. We'll bring it back down. Almost like we were drawing a line straight out from the hips and returning it down. We can use that lighter weight We can hang on to that medium weight, whatever works best for you. 10 of those scaption and then 10 of those bicep curls. Again, we'll have 30 seconds, little circles, palms up, going towards the back side of the room. You ready? Let's begin. Ooh, as I fall over. Come on, hold those arms up. It's okay, the shoulders are supposed to get tired. 10 seconds. And 2, 1, relax, nice job. So we have that scaption first, bring those arms up and out. So I should probably switch somewhere in between. 10 of them, and then 10 bicep curls. Nice, ladies, nice. I know everything's burning, but you guys are killing it. 1 minute down, you got 1 minute to go. Come on, ladies, come on. We're saving that last little bit of power for the end. You got 30 seconds, let's go. Almost there, almost there. Don't let yourself quit now. 10 seconds. And relax. Go ahead and shake it out. Roll it out. Standing up tall, we're going to take circles with the shoulders to the back. Sure, circles with the shoulders to the front. We're going to take this left arm, bring it across the body, give it a hug. Drop the right ear to the right shoulder, get a little bit deeper through that neck. Release it out, switch it up. We're going to drop that ear, it's going to be left ear to left shoulder. And release it out. So go ahead and breathe it out. We're going to take a moment. I'm going to explain the last little bit of what we're going to do here. We're going to alternate a windmill and shoulder push-ups. We'll work our way down the ladder. When we get down to the end, we will be done. So what's going to happen is we're going to grab onto one weight, probably that medium weight, 12s, 15s, somewhere in that neighborhood. If we only have those 5s or 10s, that's okay. We just lower it down. So what we're going to be working on, shoulder stabilization as well as a little bit of core move. So we'll take our feet like we were getting set up for a triangle in yoga. Feet are kind of narrow here, probably about 3 feet apart. Left toes are going to point straight out from the hip. Right foot's going to be at about a 45-degree angle. We're going to press the weight up in the right hand. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. Trust me, believe me, it's there. Left hand is going to come to the thigh. Slowly keeping the chest open, and I'll do this again from the side, don't worry. Looking at that weight, we're going to slide it down as low as we can go. Now, using the core muscles, we'll bring ourselves right back up. Slowly lower down, and we'll press right back up. Sarah, this might be a fun one to use your kettlebell for. I know it's lighter, but it'll do an offset weight because you'll be holding the handle and the weight's below. It'll actually kind of create a little bit of a fun sensation. So we're going to go 5 on one side,
We'll flip that toe out. We'll press that weight up. We'll go 5 on the other side. After that, we are then going to take it into more or less a downward facing dog, but we're gonna point those fingers in. We're gonna bend the elbows and press it right back up. The closer the feet are to the hands, the more weight in the hands, the more difficult this becomes. So, we are gonna work ourselves 5 on each side with our windmill, 10 shoulder push-ups. 4 on each side, 8 shoulder push-ups. Does this make sense? 3 on each side, 6 shoulder push-ups. We'll work our way down. When we get to 2, we done so. Man, it is the dog show, isn't it? They just love being around you. It's fun. It's fun. That's why I have bunnies. They hide in corners and they're just really cute. Okie dokes. So grab whatever it is we're going to be using. Understand we may need to adjust up that weight as necessary. My kettlebell is a little aggressive for this move. You're going to be counting in your head, 5 on one side, 5 on the other side, 10 of those shoulder push-ups. If you have any questions, feel free to just yell. Weight goes up to the sky. Let's leave it there in 3, 2, 1, begin. Look at that weight just to keep yourself safe. Keep that weight high up in the sky. We should feel the stretch through the legs and the burn through the core. Walk your feet a little closer to your hands, Kara, so your butt's a little bit higher in there. There you go. Shift the weight. There you go. 5 on one side, 5 on the other side. Then we have those shoulder push-ups. 4 on one side, 4 on the other side. We have those shoulder push-ups. There you go. Drive that weight right to the sky. Keep the eyes locked on it. Work it on stabilizing through those shoulders. That back should be on fire. One side is usually much stronger than the other. The more weight you shift in the hands for those shoulder push-ups, the more impressive those shoulder caps are gonna be. Come on.
We have 4 shoulder push-ups?
No, it'll be 8.
8, oh shit. Go.
And then 6.
Yeah.
Like, I get it now, Mel, thanks.
mental lapse. No, you're gonna have to find it, honey.
Can I wear this? That's my...
Yes, and they can hear you, so you guys need to.
It's almost time for me, child. I'll have you till September, okay? Give me 3 minutes.
I don't know where your pink sweater is at the moment. This is windmills, are you use it, it's all in the obliques, your hip doesn't go out, right?
Nope. It is all obliques. There you go. I know that 1 and 1 seems silly, so how can we make it effective? Go slow. All the way down and all the way up. As slow as you can, control that weight. For those final 2 shoulder push-ups, how close can you get those feet to the hands? How much body weight can you get in those fingers? Almost there, Sarah. You got this. Nice, Christy. Nice. Here you go, Sarah. Booty up. Hi. Nice job, ladies. Go ahead, take your hands, put them on the opposite shoulder, give it a squeeze. Work those arms and hands all the way down to the wrists. Then we're gonna reverse it, squeeze your hands all the way back up. Find the outside of those shoulders. So arms are gonna come out in Frankenstein arms. Right arm is gonna go under the left arm. We're gonna bend the elbows. The back of the hands come towards one another. If we can continue with flexibility, right hand, doesn't seem like it's the right one, I promise. Go ahead and wrap it around and see if we can find those palms coming towards one another. We can just maybe hook the thumb and the pinky or even find the hand here. It's better than nothing. Glue the belly button to the spine. Really round through the upper back. Press the elbows together. Feel that peel through the upper back. Stand it up tall and now press the fingertips to the sky as we continue to squeeze the palms and the elbows to one another. Feel that opening through the upper back. Feel that stretch. Release it out. Hands by the hips, 3 circles to the front, 3 circles to the back. Arms are out in front, left arm underneath. Again, bend the elbows, bring the hands up. If we're only backs of the hands, that's totally fine. If we can wrap it around, that is wonderful too. Eventually the goal in Eagle is honestly to get our fingertips in line with one another. Amazing, right? Go ahead and round through the upper back, pull those elbows in. I haven't been to a traditional hot yoga class in so long. Who knows what's gonna happen when we go back to reality. Whew. Tuck the tailbone underneath, press those fingers up. I was at the point where I was doing hot like 4 times a week. So I feel like I'm not gonna be able to do anything now. I know, Kira, it's insane, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Release it out. Roll the shoulders back and down 3 times. Bring it forward 3 times. Go ahead and bring those arms out, palms face one another. We sweep it back. Swing the arms around, interlace the fingers, drop the knuckles to the floor. Chest is open, feet go wide. Twice, if not 3 times, if not 4 times, hip distance apart. Toes point in. Tuck the belly button to the spine and tailbone underneath. And exhale, we're gonna hinge. It's gonna feel like we're gonna fall forward because we're keeping the weight in the toes. Don't drop back into the heels. Don't press your butt to the wall behind you. The more you drive the knuckles away from the middle of the back, the more we should feel the opening through the shoulders. Once our body is not gonna fold any longer, we can let that upper body relax.
And then those arms are going to slowly start to fall towards the floor. We are not forcing them. We are letting gravity do whatever it wants to do. Lift the hips up by shifting the weight into the toes. It can be an awful lot on that lower back to stand straight up. So let's bend the elbows, bring the hands to the lower back. Bring it up tall. Release the arms out. Go ahead and stretch them out to our lowercase t. Once more, we're going to take the hands behind us, but this time interlace the opposite hand on top. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. We hinge it forward. Once we reach the point where nothing's going to go any farther forward and all the weight is in the ball of the foot or the toes, we let the head relax and the arms reach up and over. Again, we're not pushing our hands to the ground, but instead letting gravity do its job. Weight forward in those feet, hips up to the sky. Bend the elbows, release the hands. Go ahead and roll it up. Heel toe together, bringing those feet about hip distance apart. We're going to come into one more shoulder stretch. We're going to sweep those hands behind us. We have the option here of taking those hands together, fingers point down, and all we're going to do is think about squeezing those elbows back. If we have the availability, we can start to walk those hands up a little bit higher. Maybe we still have some more shoulder flexibility. We can turn the fingers into the spine. Don't hurt yourself. Keep the palms together. Maybe we can even go into our reverse prayer hands. So what happens is the hands flip over. We find the palms pressing to one another and find that chest opening, those shoulders relaxing. So go ahead and take those hands behind. Start with the palms down as high up as you can get them. Roll those shoulders back and down. So we're not arching. We are pressing the hips forward and pressing the elbows back. So can we turn the hands so those fingers point into the spine? Press the palms together. And maybe even flip those hands over. Again, finding the palms of the hands behind, tailbone tucks underneath. I promise, if you almost arch a little bit forward, you're going to feel it even more in those shoulders. Keep the thumbs together. Maybe we can scooch those hands up a little bit. Is that a cat tail I see, Christy? Is that the other one? All of a sudden I was like, it looks funny. And release it out. Everything shakes out to the front. Little circles with the wrists in each direction. You guys did awesome. Our shoulders are gonna feel lit. They're gonna feel warm for the rest of the day. I know it's a rainy kind of, well, it's supposed to be sunny today, isn't it?
Oh, it's beautiful out. Yeah, it's gonna be nice.
It's nice out.
Okay,
No,
well,
it's sunny.
we are all prepared for our tank tops. I am super excited for you guys. So again, I'm going to try to play with the workouts as best I can with what Orange Theory is putting out, and with the understanding that most of us are getting some type of cardio on our own. It's more of the strength training and the flexibility training that we need. So we'll keep working on it. We'll keep playing with it. Today, if you felt like you missed out on some legs, Kira and Miss Sarah, you can do Orange Theory because